Hi, I'm Ryan, and today we're going to walk around the exterior of the Scout camper, go inside as well, but I just stayed in this camper for a week-long trip, so we're going to talk about some of the amazing things about it and some of the things that are not as good, but let's start here. So first thing is I purchased these levelers at one point. First time I used them this trip, they work phenomenal for leveling the camper off. If you don't have a set of those, they are pretty handy. In terms of propane, we had lots of propane here in the cubby for cooking, so this was great with an exterior propane connect. So that can, use your cooktop outside for cooking on a table, things like that. Lots of propane. In this cubby, we got all of our chairs and table and everything already tucked away. I'm not going to open that up. And then on this corner, we got our spot for our jacks. They would just slide in here, but 130 pounds of weight that I didn't have to bring with me. Week-long trip, that's a lot of weight to carry around, so I left those at home. And then you can see here, there's diesel heater. So this thing, I filled up before I left. I could open it for you in a second, but I think even in cold temperatures, I burned about this much of the tank. So super efficient, this diesel heater, 0.02 to 0.028 gallons an hour when it's running, which isn't very often. So it's really efficient. I've touched on that a couple times. And then here we got our 7-way plugged in by the license plate. I added this nice screen. You get flies up here when you're hunting. So this keeps the flies out. Great. And then over here, have an extra diesel Rotopax for storage. Didn't need to use it because the diesel heater is so efficient. And then we got our drain for our sink. So primarily I was washing, the coffee cups every day, things like that. And then up here we have had some garbage hanging on this, but we have a power cord from the inside of the camper, so you can hook up your extension cord. So that's one downside of using solar. If it's cloudy and rainy like it's been, your power station, the Go Zero Yeti 1500X, it's only gonna get you a couple days with the heater and the cooler running, maybe a few days. So we had a generator, so I just plugged in the camper to that, and I've had 80 to 100% the whole trip. So that's worked really well. And then you can see here, simple 3-step to get in and out of the camper. I'm going to show you one more thing again on this side. I just want to show you guys one more time here that when you put a camper on a truck, I've added an extra leaf spring to this, which is extra, but you want to have these airbags in here. You want to have airbags on your truck to help flatten your ride. You want to make sure you got some nice tires on the truck. So these are F-range tires, but I always recommend an E-range tire at a minimum, which is a nice thick 10-ply tire. And then we'll go inside the camper, check it out. But a 1/2-inch rubber mat underneath, that's black armor. If you're wondering what kind of mat I'm using, 1/2-inch rubber mat or thicker. So let's go inside here. Nice screen opens up. So here we got our toilet. So I just use a simple portable toilet with a bag in it, compostable bags, things like that. So you can just dispose them after. You can also go with the Thetford toilet, but like I mentioned outside, I'm making lots of coffee, so that's what's in my sink, coffee pot. I got my nice Dometic Go faucet, so I just push a button here, got running water for dishes or brushing my teeth. Nice mirror to look at myself in the morning, because why not? And then we got a nice cooktop here, Dometic cooktop. Great for cooking dinner, and the pots and pans I showed you guys. Whoa, did some taping. Now this cooler is phenomenal. So this is a National Luna 90-liter cooler. So this side, I will show you. The only downside to this cooler is this a little bit tight because it's so big, but you can bring tons of stuff. So you can see my non-alcoholic beer in there. We don't beer or drink alcohol when we go hunting, so don't judge, but non-alcoholic beer, got some veggies and fruit left obviously, but this side's a freezer, this side's a fridge. Worked great this whole trip. Food's still nice and cold. Latch it down, off we go. And then for me, when I was by myself with the other guys, I slept in my camper alone, so I didn't need the bunk extensions. You can see the nice windows up there, and that's great for a breeze and stuff. Pretty chilly outside, so I didn't have them open. But if I did have somebody else with me, I'd have this nice portal edge option that slides out and then slides back under. So now you can sleep this way, north-south, versus sleeping east to west. And then we have our dinette table. This also makes down to a bed. And I have my, my laundry storage here for my dirty clothes. This is the Go Zero power station that I put some plexiglass on. I don't have it plugging or charging right now because I'm gonna be going for a drive here shortly to up a little bit further north. So I've got everything unplugged at the moment. But yeah, everything worked great in here. This camper was super toasty the whole stay. No problems with heat. No problem with my food being cold. Food was perfect. Had running water in my Dometic jerry can, so that was good. My faucet, so perfect. And on up here on this other cubby on the other side, I have my jackets hanging. At one point here, you can see there's a little bit of dirt when you walked in, but I had the shower set up, so I was using a Rinsekit with a heat rod so I could heat up the water. It took a few hours to get the water nice and warm, but it does work for a shower. It works great. I have another video about that, but you can even use the wand for washing dishes, pressurized water. That works really well. So overall, the camper was fantastic. The only thing is if you're going to be staying for an extended time, you're going to probably need either additional panels. So the camper does have an exterior port SAE plug for an exterior panel. You might need some more solar, but if you don't have any kind of solar, then you have to run your truck to get power or have a generator of some sort if you're going for a long time. If you're going winter camping and there's no sun, you're probably gonna need some more power to sustain a long trip. Other than that, everything was great in here. Had a great hunting trip with my partner, and we'll see you guys next time.